This is a story of a ex-loving and caring father who made inventions for his kids just to see them happy. His 45th birthday arrives. That was the birth of Satan. Every single family member was invited to his party of celebration. But his parents were the only people who he wanted to make an exception. But first of all, he didn't want to mention anything about his parents to his family, at least not on a special day like this. Second of all, he didn't even know how to tell them. And third of all, he doubted that anyone would invite them. So he stayed quiet. But then, all of a sudden, his door was kicked down and his abusive parents came running in. Then the memories of his childhood birthed his awful, traumatic state again that he thought he buried in the dirt a long time ago, having both of his parents calling him worthless every day while they beat the crap out of him, barely give him anything, this including food, water, a place to sleep, a bathroom, an actual room, and so much more. When he did so much to impress him. The best grades in his class, his witty personality in his school, his intelligence, being one of the smartest people, period, in the world. No matter what, he still gets the same disappointed comments. He's still being called worthless, stupid piece of trash. And that got into his head so much. And he would do so much just to prove it, that he is worth so much more. And he wished that he could just beat it into their stupid heads. Just keep on nailing it down into the coffins of both of his parents that they would soon be in before they entered it. He wanted to make them, he wanted to have them acknowledge that he was more. That's why he would be angry to see them in his house. Of course, once upon a time, once upon a time he did want to prove his worth, but he moved on. But now, he can't anymore. He feels like he can't do that anymore. Like he has to prove it. Otherwise, he and his loved ones will get hurt. Because he won't prove himself. He feels like he doesn't even deserve air until he gets that goal of proving himself. So, the new idea spiraled. A new idea spiraled into his head. Something that he had wanted to stop the development of, and he did stop the development of, but he couldn't. He had to do it for his family, for his friends, for himself, and for his parents. He had to prove himself. He went through all the options, went through all the possibilities, and he eventually found a very doable solution. Something that his parents were very fond of and very caring about. Maybe if he gets this done, he can finally live a life where he accomplished something, where he actually has his approval from the parents of the film. Animatronics, puppets. They were both. They were all that his parents ever watched. In his childhood, he would notice and took note of it. Maybe if he made this, maybe he can unlock some sort of memory in their minds so they can finally appreciate who he is. But this didn't come from anywhere. He can't just build something like that. He needs materials. He needs resources. Where would he find them? He's made inventions before, but not on this grand of a scale. He's gonna need more than just trash from bins. He's gonna need more than just garbage to work. He's going to need resources. This is where he chooses his dark path. The Deadly Dragons, an organization known for selling resources for projects like these. But he had no idea how he could talk to them. But he knew someone who could, who had an idea. A scientist, another one of his rivals in his peak years, Croc, who was researching crocodiles that have been in contact with the Deadly Dragons before. And so he knew that Croc was going to deny it. He had to deny it. So, while Croc was on their break, Jackie Mo Purple went and messed with the experiment. And when Croc got back from his break, he swapped consciousness into the crocodile's body that he was experimenting on. Aggression just rebirthed out of all of a sudden, out of nowhere, and tried to kill some of the scientists with his bare hands, but the guard killed him. Then Jackie Mo Purple waited a few days to avoid suspicion. It told Croc that he could put Croc's consciousness into a human body without having to put someone else's consciousness into this crocodile body. If he helped Jackie with something. And he is one of the most pure and good-hearted scientists. So he couldn't say no. He couldn't just stay this monster. He had to give himself in after he just turned back to normal. Turned back to who he used to be. He already felt sorrow for experimenting with creatures, no matter how aggressive, no matter how strong, no matter how big they are, no matter how dark they are. He always feels sympathy. So he got in contact with the deadly dragons. Already Jackie Mount Purple has shown off that he is willing to do whatever it took to get his parents off his back. Even at this age, they're too old to be doing this. He wonders why. Why they can't just tell him why they are this way. So before he got into contact with the deadly dragons, he attempted one final. He attempted to talk to them one last time. One last time. He brought him. He went to their house. And boom, he got stabbed with this sword. Got stabbed in the back and forced to run away. These old people were just chasing and chasing. It reminded him of the countless hospitals that he has had to run away from because of their complete, just outrageous behavior to them. The countless people they've killed. The countless times he had to lie to police officers, saying that they are innocent when they're far from it. And they still after all these years, try to break him, try to kill him. So he's had it. He has no time to just talk it out. He got into contact with the deadly dragons and got the resources he needed for his animatronic creations. Then a few weeks, one of his sons was in the middle of all this chaos. All of his sons, all of his daughters, all his friends and family were in the middle of this drama. But Dreamer Purple was trying everything to get his father's attention. His father had more important things to deal with than just spending time with family. And then he asked Dreamer Purple to come outside the midnight stars so they could talk father to son. Jackie Mel Purple asked the most important question that keeps on ringing in his head every time he just dozes off in thought. Would you do whatever it takes to help me? If he said no, then everything would be fine. He could finally just have a good reason to ignore his kids. He just didn't want to bring them into all this madness, all this chaos. He didn't want to bring him into this drama, into his quest. But his son said yes. Jackie asked, "Are you sure about that decision?" And he said yes yet again. His response, "I'm so sorry for this." Then he killed his son in cold blood and buried him and waited until his wife was at work and his kids were at school, and dug him back up and turned him into an animatronic. Lied about it, saying that they ran away with his crocodile tears. His will to show his parents that he is more, led him to be the worse than his parents. It broke him inside, using others, breaking down his trusted and most loved companions and loved ones. He used their will, their ambition, to help him out against them. Just as a stepping stone to impress his parents. He doesn't feel like he's on the right path. He doesn't 100% agree with his decisions. And who can blame him? He's a complete psychopath. He killed his own friends. He killed his own son and turned him into an animatronic. Was it to keep him safe? Was it to finally prove to his parents that he is good? That he is more than what they see? Is he more than what they see or not? He does not know. He doesn't know. He just had to keep on. He couldn't let his son be in any danger. So he put him in somewhere that would be safe, that his parents couldn't break. But instead he had to have the burden of killing his own son, reviving him and controlling him to complete his own goals. Is he too far gone? What is his plan here? What are you doing? He doesn't even know. He barely even knows what his life is, what he is here for. Is it just to prove that he's more than what he seems to be? Doing the most diabolical acts just for closure? Is it to protect his family in his own way? Tell me your theories down in the description below. This is the first character showcase. I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Stay calm and collected. And yeah, I am happy I got to do that. See ya.